At that time, the so-called Queen Mother of the West, it's just a vassal of the Lin family. It's just that there was a big war in this world, earth-shattering poverty and collapse. Countless emperors have advanced, also fell in that war. Unintentional survival. This also led to the current situation in the South Underworld. There are not many real numbers of emperors who have advanced, and the ancestor of the Lin family, it seems that he also fell in that war. Before the fall, he built a large tomb for himself. There are countless opportunities hidden inside. He left a way for all the disciples of the Lin family to survive. I just don't know why the Lin family actually moved their feet, arrived at the imperial city of Zhao in the southern regions. Perhaps it is because the earth has fallen. The former enemies were like the Lin family, so they had to do this. Maybe there are other reasons Lin Feng doesn't know. Only during the relocation process, countless inheritance techniques and secrets have all been lost. This has also led to the reason why the Lin family is not even as good as a first-class force. And about the Lin family land, Tomb of the Fallen of the Strong, because for hundreds of thousands of years, it has never been opened before anyone knows. The 5-mesh key has been held by the Lin family all the time, as an inheritance of the patriarch of the Lin family in previous dynasties. The Queen of the West and the Virgin of the West, it is from the ancient inheritance of the palace, got the news. They don't hesitate to cross thousands of miles, capture Lin Feng's parents. The goal is to find the key, open the Lin family tomb, so as to obtain the inheritance and opportunity in the ancient tomb of a powerful man who fell. This is for any most holy realm powerhouse, enough to make it crazy. This means they can set foot in imperial view, so as to become the true top power in the western regions. Too bad that key, it seems to be respected by God. The strong cast the spell of secret shielding, unless the neighbor voluntarily surrenders. Otherwise, it's a soul search. Can't find his existence. This is also the main reasons for the failure of the Western King and the Virgin Mary. Lin Feng looked at the two fainted souls in his hands. Weaning's eyes burst with a hint of coldness. Xuanji raised his hand and grabbed the netherbath fire. Come on out, Lin Feng said coldly. In the mysterious sky, a black flame appeared in Lin Feng's hand. It seems that this flame has the ability to destroy the world, as if it could set the whole world on fire. Burned to ashes, Lin Feng threw the flame in front of his finger. In an instant, the flame split into 2 strands in an instant, between the eyebrows of the Western King and the Virgin Mary. Then a shrill scream shook the world. This fire, it refers to the fire of hell that exists in the 2 worlds of the underworld. It has an amazing effect on the burning pain of the soul. Then throw the 2 into the void of chaos. It was quiet. Lin Feng turned around and left with his parents. Affectionate, several people returned to Lin Mansion, staring at a familiar scene. Lin Qingtian and Liu Ruyan seem to be in a dream. Can't stop for a long time. Last hour, they are all still trapped in the palace cages, enduring the torture of life rather than death in the pool of blood. I didn't expect a moment. Return to the talisman they once lived. Although they knew that Lin Feng was very strong, but I didn't expect Lin Feng has actually become so strong. King Naxi. At first glance, the Virgin Mary is a top powerhouse, but even so, they couldn't resist a single move under their sun. Madam, you are back, on Lin Qingtian and Liu Ruyan. While still in shock, and there was an excited voice. Suddenly, it rang in their ears. Lin Mansion, you are still alive. Lin Qingtian and Liu Ruyan immediately walked over excitedly, helping each other with Fubo. The 3 parted after life and death. The main department is deeply affectionate. Meeting now. As if there are endless words to say, but I don't know where to start. Lin Feng looked at the 3, reunited, and smiled. Did not disturb. It's the palm of your hand. A quaint, turbid jade pendant. It suddenly appeared in his hands. This jade pendant seems to have gone through countless years. The luster that originally belonged to the jade pendant has long since dissipated. All that's left is a little yellowish now, and countless small scratches, damaged. But looking at this jade pendant, Lin Feng's eyes are filled with infinite golden light. Deep eyes. Because of this jade pendant, it is the inheritance of the patriarchs of the Lin family. It is also the King of Naxi, and the long-lost key to the Tomb of the Virgin. 100,000 years ago, Lin Feng went out to ask his sister for money from Lin. His father, Lin Qingtian, gave him this jade pendant. It's just that no one thought Lin Feng has been trapped in the restricted area since then. Looks like I'll have to find some time. Just go to the ancient tomb next door and have a look. Lin Feng murmured something, then put away the jade pendant. A few days later, the Lin mansion has been refurbished after being sorted out by Fubo. The Lin family seems to have regained its former prosperity, and not only that, the rise of the Lin family and the news that the reasonable two families were destroyed? In just a few days, it quickly spread throughout Tianluo City, as well as several nearby cities in Yanwu County. Many forces who were friendly with the Lin family in the past, they sent people to the Lin family again. Gift congratulations. Even City Lord Jiyu Changfeng. They all came to congratulate in person. This scene stunned many dancers in Tianluo City. It's unbelievable. Even in the face of the reasonable two, City Lord Jiyu Changfeng has never treated each other like this. After all, the City Lord has always been equivalent to the royal power. A royal office. Now he's willing to visit. This is also an implicit admission. The status of the Lin family in Tianluo City. Already second to none. Detached? If nothing else happens, the next 100 years, Tianluo City will be dominated by the Lin family. With the news of the rise of the Lin family, many Lin family sons who used to be exiled in Yanwu County, they all came back one after another. Ren Zhu returned to the sect. After Lin Feng saw that the family's power had been stabilized, then he disappeared from his room. In an instant, he came to the sky. He looked down at the one like him with a smile. A young man who looks somewhat similar. At this moment, the young man was carrying a black iron ruler in his ear. Suddenly, there was an old voice. That voice is familiar, extremely mild. After hearing this, Lingyan immediately stopped. Say, teacher inside, I don't know if there are any other items. Can you continue to exercise my strength? Lingyan's voice is earnest. Inside and outside the discourse, they were all filled with great respect for that old voice. Intention? The voice inside the black iron ruler pondered for a while. He seems to be hesitating and thinking about something. A moment later, an old man in a white robe, he suddenly floated out of the mysterious iron ruler. Floating in mid-air, he looked down with an extremely kind expression. Spirit Eye. It seems to be filled with a lot of relief and satisfaction. Just 10 years, from the second level of body extraction, cultivated to the current 7 Seas division. Just one step away from entering Amanai. Your cultivation speed, it can be regarded as the best among the geniuses of the same generation. Why are you in a hurry? White robe. There was a hint of worry in the old man's kind American words. He said solemnly that the teacher did not know. Why bother to persuade me again? My brother went missing 10 years ago. Parents were arrested. Over the years, although I have passed through the great and small places of Zhao, I have searched countless forces, big and small, but still no news from my parents.